When we started the season of Lent way back in mid-February, my plan was to do a video devotion each day that we didn't have a church service. Well, through the first 25 devotions, we accomplished that successfully. And then last week happened. Things came up at church, as they often do. Things came up at home, as they often do. And because of it, our daily devotions for the last 3 days of last week didn't happen. You know, even though this wasn't my plan, I was thinking today about how this certainly is in line with our collective experience in life. We make plans and we carry them out. Sometimes. And sometimes our plans are left unfulfilled. Sometimes we come up short of our goals. Sometimes we don't even come close. You know, that's our experience, isn't it, as fallible and sinful humans. We all experience that at one time or another. All of us do. Well, all of us except one. For Jesus always carried out the plans of his heavenly Father, and he carried them out to perfection. He never once wavered. He never once faltered. Rather, he carried out God's plan of salvation perfectly for you. And isn't that what this week, isn't that what Holy Week is all about? That Jesus did what you and I could not, and that he did it all for us. Jesus journeyed into Jerusalem on that first Palm Sunday, fully aware of what he was riding toward, and yet he kept on riding, for he would complete God's plan. Later in the week, Jesus was betrayed by one of his own disciples, and Jesus knew what would soon come after that, and yet he kept heading towards his death, because he would complete God's plan. Then, on Good Friday, Jesus was hoisted high upon a cross, and people mocked him from down below. They jeered up at him. They said and they jeered at him to bring himself down if he was the Christ. And while he certainly had the power to do just that, he didn't. Jesus stayed on the cross, for there was nothing in all the world that would keep him from completing God's plan of salvation for you. And even then, for 3 days, Jesus' body lay in a tomb, dead. But it wouldn't stay that way, because Jesus would keep God's plan of salvation once more, so that you and I would have life in him for all time. You know, even our best laid plans come up short at times, and they fail completely at others. But thanks be to God that that is not the way it is with Jesus. For Christ has kept God's plan perfectly at every point, and even unto death in our place, so that we would have the promise of life in him, life now and for all time to come. I hope you join us at church this week for our services. Hope you join us on Thursday for Maundy Thursday services. Hope you join us on Friday for our Good Friday services, and I hope you join us on Sunday for our Easter Sunday services together, as we remember and as we celebrate that Jesus keeps God's plans to perfection, and that he has done all of that for us.